Something must have went wrong with the procedure for you to come out like this. You're not Nima. Nima would never act like this. Nima would never question me like this.
Lie to her.
Oh my gosh, no! Oh, you came in kind of loud. Why are we in a rave? Anyway, this is I Am Nina. Wow. This is I Nima. And with a name that is an anagram like that, you know it's gonna be a crazy story. I gotta slide up in there and see what's going on. Nima. Lane? Dark, cold, endless, and utterly serene. Next! The perfect undulating prison for you to spend eternity. An irritating yet familiar voice scratches at your brain, and you find yourself violently awoken by a mysterious figure. It worked? You're breathing. The air is cold and stagnant. The walls that surround you provide the room with a distinct lack of natural light. Hi, Nima. Aren't you precious? Or are you Nima? You are underground. Dozens of boxes overflowing with trinkets bring a strange sense of comfort. That comfort dissipates as you realize you're tied to the chair you're sitting in. A bungee cord holds your head up. Father? The stranger stands across the room, hesitating to approach. Stranger. We're gonna put that in the back of the brain. Nima, is that you? I don't understand the game's mechanics yet. But every time they say something, it like adds to my registry. Who's Nima? Am I Nima? Turn it off. Just tell her whatever she wants to hear. Words in your brain can be combined to unlock new words. Am I suffering from amnesia? Just combine stranger and Nima. Mom? What? All words are stored in your library after they unlocked. Ooh. When you're done, words can be dragged from your brain down to your mouth to unlock new dialogue options. Ooh. Tell her whatever she wants to hear. I guess Mom? Mom, what's going on? Wait, yes, it's all coming back to you now. You are Nima Lee, and this is your mother, Annabelle Lee. Is that my mom over there? I hope not. Not with them eyes. Mom breathes a sigh of relief and smiles. Oh, thank God, I thought I'd lost you. Where was I gone? Where was I at? She excitedly steps forward, but stops herself just short of throwing her arms around you in an embrace. She ain't doing that yet though, wait a minute. She pauses. Lost me? I have to have amnesia. Mom shudders. Let me bring you some food first, you must be starving. Mom exits the basement, excitedly clambering her way up the stairs.
I hope she trips and cracks her skull.
Who is speaking this way? Thanks, Mom. That is Mom with that disgusting silhouette. A sopping wet bowl of slop is gently presented to you. You just made me some oatmeal, stuck in some black beans, a leek, and a fish bone, and thought this was gourmet. Ma'am, at this point, you're lucky I even remember you. The odor, reminiscent of wet dog and dirty socks, is masked by overwhelming amounts of soy sauce. Your nose begins to shrivel like a worm left out in the sun. Mom unties your hands, but leaves your waist and head fastened to the chair. With some effort, you can now eat your gruel. She places a small, dull spoon in your now free hand.
She's even uglier up close.
Okay, Nima, before you eat, we need to have a little talk. There was an accident. Your memories may have been affected, and I want to ensure you're okay before everything goes back to normal. You're going to be living and sleeping in the basement for now. Why? I'm too precious for this. Can you untie me? You're tied up for your own safety. If you fall unconscious, I don't want you to fall and hurt yourself. I'm already hurt, ma'am. You did this. I'm calling it right now. Mom is the enemy, right? It's already giving. It's already giving. Just follow her rules and then we'll be free. You're not a prisoner. This is just a controlled environment for you to heal in, okay? You look at the bowl of food and then back up at her. You try to nod, but your head just bounces in your binds. Alright, so starting tomorrow, I'm going to be bringing you items. I want you to think of how these things make you feel, if they bring back any memories. For now, let's start with something simple as an example. She takes the bowl of gruel and pushes it towards you. And I push it right back. What does this kongi make you think of? You can start to eat while we talk if you like. What does it make you think of? I'm sorry, Mom, but the phrase gabagool isn't a part of my memory yet. Try connecting ideas in your mind and see where those lead you. Tell me what you're thinking about. What we thinking about, y'all? What we thinking about? I know one thing's for certain. Hungry is not what I'm thinking about. Let's start with what we have, I guess. Kongi? That's kongi. Get a little biscuit. Yes, this is kongi. You stare at it. Do you want to eat it? What is kongi? Ba. It's, rice, oats, fish, soy sauce, Worcestershire sauce, and chives, I think. I got it from their herb order. What do you mean you think? Also, rum. The fish looked a bit old. I don't think that's what kongi is. Nima coming through, yes sir. Don't eat this slop. Well, it's a bit untraditional, but it's what I had on hand. You want to eat it? No. Family dinners. Reminds me of family dinners. Your mother perks up at this. Oh, good. That would have been a long time ago, but that's a good sign. You have some long-term memories. At least. So I've ruled out kongi. Disgust? I mean, that's pretty spot on. Ew. Yes, bro. Despite every fiber of your being screaming at you not to, you bravely force a single spoon of piping hot kongi down your throat. I'm not hungry! Overwhelmed by the pungent taste of Mom's unconventional methodology of cooking, you spit it back out.
Better to starve to death than endure another mouthful of this overseasoned nightmare.
Oh. Unsurprisingly, Mom looks away in shame and apologizes for the culinary travesty before you. Yeah, it's worth a shot, Mom. It's worth a shot, but this right here ain't it. This ain't it. You done shot your shot, and now I am shot. I guess my cooking hasn't improved then. No, ma'am. I'm sorry, Mom. I can't eat this. Well, you have to eat something. Can we order takeout? I remember takeout at least. She cringes. The notion of spending money on greasy fast food when that's perfectly fine kongi at home seems to cause her physical anguish. You know what? I have some Burgess Burger coupons upstairs. I've been saving them for a special occasion. To be determined if she remembers to actually do this.
Huh. She's going to feed us, right?
Wait a minute. Plural? Us? Are we on some doughy type business? Is there more of us in here? Are we Ermac? We are many. You are but one. I'm scared, cause now I don't know which one I am. You yawn. The bowl of kongi certainly chased away your appetite. Now you prefer to find a nice den to crawl inside and sleep. Mom sets the bowl aside and lets out a long sigh. She stares at you intently, preparing for something. What you got in store? How much of the accident do you remember? You shake your head. Something's just come to you, but as far as you're concerned, everything that happened before you woke up in this basement feels like a dream. You were swimming. You hit your head. You're lucky I was able to rescue you. You clutch your head as a bolt of pain travels from the top of your cranium down to your spine. Oh, poor biscuit. Why do I get pain so many times? Ow. Likely story. A memory surges to you. You recall looking up at your mother's stony face. In her hand, she clutches a small, sharp knife designed to cut through flesh and organs. Don't reach for me! Your mother looks worried as she reaches out to console you. You recoil away from her. Maybe we should talk about this later. Tomorrow, the real test will begin. You pass those, and you'll be free to leave the basement, and everything can return to normal. How am I supposed to pass if I can barely remember anything? I suppose it's only fair if you have a chance to ask me some questions in return. There's a shuddering pain racking your brain. You're almost spent for the day. Choose your next words carefully. Ooh, I get the chance to get some more disgusting now. What do you want to know? Ooh, what do we want to know? What do we want to know? Ooh, what happens if we combine pain with pain? Nothing, yes. I just want to see what kind of combinations we get real quick with what we have, because I would love to open this up while we have the opportunity. Blood. Ooh, blood and pain. Rock. This is just infinite craft. No, scratch that. No infinite craft. There was a game that I played on my phone once upon a time, years ago, before infinite craft was even a thing, called Little Alchemy. That right there is the OG to me. There's probably all kinds before it, but that's where I come into the queue. Rock and blood. Pain. River. River? Swimming? More pain. How do I remove the pain? So now I'm wondering what if they're highlighted like this, does that mean, or if they're not highlighted, does this mean I've unlocked all their possible combinations? That just gave me fish. Fish and Nima. Pet. Pet and Nima. Fish. I don't know what I was expecting. Y'all, I am already overwhelmed, but we're gonna hold it down. The anguish words are the key for me. Let's get disgust back out here and hungry. Blood. Monster. Monster and stranger. Fear. Fear and disgust. Zombie. Zombie and mom. Scientist. Monster. Hungry. Predator. Blood and rock. Pain and river. Zombie. River and zombie makes Nima. Why? Why? Mr. Nima? Rebirth? What is going on? Rebirth and Nima. Monster. I hope nothing happened to this girl. I really hope she's still the same little biscuit person. Scientist. Fear. Humility. Humility and rebirth. Creates nothing. Humility and zombie. Nothing. Rebirth and zombie. Okay. Humility and Nima. Love. So she's definitely confirmed a scientist. Got it. So work and mom definitely made scientist or paleontologist. I'm like connecting the dots in my head as I go, and I'm just like spinning up new stories. Now I'm thinking that she revived me using something that she might have dug up. She's a confirmed paleontologist, not just any scientist. So let's do mom and river. Grief. Mom and grief. Nima and dad? Dad and work. Marine biologist. We have mom's job and we have dad's job. Does Nima do any work? School, naturally. Science and grief. Experiment. Experiment and grief. Rebirth. It's all tying into my little theory. I think she used something that she shouldn't have. She went into some cave, pulled out some artifact. Grief, Nima. Dad. Dad and Nima. Sad. Dad and sad. Takes me back to grief. Nima. Sad. Dad and mom. Mom sad. Nima and dad. Nima and happy. Swimming and family and camping. Nima and fear. Water. Sad science. Sad work. Oh, lonely. Lonely and grief. Isolation. Isolation, water. Drown. Oh, I am tripping, bro. I am losing it. Let's play with those two for a bit. Drown and isolation. What happened down there? Rebirth? No. Blood? Pain and river. Drown in science. Experiment. Isolation and experiment. Trapped. So, okay. Let's add lonely, isolation, and drowned. Torture. Torture and water. Waterboarding? Why you do this? Torture. Nema. Life. Life. Mom? Birth. Dad, birth. Happy. Dad in birth is happy. Mom in birth? Nema in science. I don't know how many of these little revelations I'm gonna have. I've got a pretty good list going here, man. Blood and life. Body. Body and drown. Corpse. Corpse and hungry. Right, duh, zombie. Corpse and grief. Coffin. You told me to choose wisely. I think I might have too many words to where I don't know which are the wisest options. Let me start. If I start putting things together, what is that? What does that look like? What will she ask about? Let's ask about maybe dad. Where's dad? Ooh, that's a good question. Science. Your job. That much we know. That much we know. Oh, okay, okay. If they're not highlighted, that means that there's no question to be asked about them. Isolation. You scare me. Love. You okay? Let's hold on to that too. Because I would love to know what's going on inside the mind of someone who looks like this. Discuss. You cooked that? I don't see any other questions I want to ask other than, am I a zombie? Because that'll confirm both, am I dead? And if I'm somehow still alive, which honestly, if I was to ask, did I die? It'll still be the same thing. But zombies oddly specific. Zombies oddly specific. That implies the idea of being resurrected. Corpse, coffin, life. Experiment. Experiment, Nema. Corpse and cut. Oh, I've been snipped. Nema and cut. Depression. Nema and depression. Guilt. Nema and guilt. Stolen. Nema and stolen. Back to guilt. Nema is the catalyst to all this stuff, man. I wonder if I can apply what I just did, but not to Nema, but to mom and dad. Corpse and mom. Science. Depression and mom. Pills. Oh, I'm in a rabbit hole for sure, bro. Let's see if they hungry. Mom and food. Kongi. Dad and food. He ain't hungry. Mom and cut. Surgery. Mom and surgery. Morella and James Pond. Names? And I can't ask about them? Wait. Something's missing. What do you mean? Okay, this one's unique. I'm gonna keep James Pond up here. That's super specific for no reason. James Pond and Nema. It's the fish's name. Oh. Okay, so wait, who's Morella then? Who's Morella? Nema, Morella. Nothing. And I can't ask about this person either, or whatever it is. Entity. Let's throw pills in the mix. Mom and pills. Antidepressants. Oh, and curing depression for Nema? Dad and pills. Antidepressants. No, that's mom. I saw that. Dad don't take drugs, okay? Mom and antidepressants. Indulgence. Nema and indulgence. Candy. Candy for the biscuit. Candy and mom. Waste. Sad soul. Okay, hold on, wait, because that's an interesting word to use. Mom and waste. Joke. Mom and joke? Stranger. What? Mom and stranger. Nema. What? Why are there so many rabbit holes about this? Dad and stranger. They don't mix. They don't mix. Mom and guilt. Nema. Dad and guilt. Neglect. See? He wasn't there. He wasn't there. So I don't know how many questions I get to ask, but I'm hoping y'all are in the same boat. I want to know specifically what's going on with Zombie and Pain. I would love to know. I would love to know. Zombie. Am I a zombie? Am I a zombie? No, you're Nima. Oh! Are you sure? You're not a drooling undead monster. You're talking coherently, you're self-aware, and you look the same as before the accident.
Did that line seem rehearsed to you?
That's a relief. I don't want to be like that freezer boy from Rocky Horror. So you can remember this stuff. I don't think I could stand that much dancing. Okay, somewhat coherent, but you're mostly fine. Your eyelids are growing heavy. You're running out of energy. Anything else you want to ask me? Why do they keep referring back to Pain like that? Why do they... What? Did you see that? Fine, it was my next to ask anyway. Pain, you hurt me. I remember you hurt me. Mom flinches. You can tell you have struck a nerve. She begins to tremble. Nima, honey, I know I'm not always present, but I would never... You have a second memory come to you. You are trapped in an abyss, eyes shut and disconnected from your brain. You can feel your mother holding your hand. This must be that experiment. This must be that experiment. No, play dumb. Don't play dumb. Probe. Get the answers. I'm confused. Mom relaxes a little, although she doesn't let go of the barb you stuck in her. Lately, I've been prioritizing my work over you, and that's not fair. It'll be different now, I promise. That doesn't mean I've ever actively wanted to hurt you. But I can't deny that you've been hurt because I've not been there for you when you needed me. The conversation trails off. You're both unwilling to look at each other. I'm looking dead at you, ma'am. I want some answers. You yawn and your mother takes notice. Don't look at me. I want to ask more questions. More pain? Nima, sweetie, don't you think it's time to go to bed? I just have one more question. Okay, what do you want to ask? Pain again? Morella? No. Grief? Oh my gosh, oh my gosh. Why so much pain? Why so much pain? So I'm torn between like fear, love, and sad. Sad being where's dad, which could be a hit or miss. Love being you okay. And then fear being you scare me. I think I'm gonna rule out fear because if I do fear, she's gonna give me the mom response. Oh, my daughter. Oh, I don't want her to be afraid of me. No, I don't need that. I don't need all that. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Catch a tiger by the toe. If he hollers, let it go. My mother told me to pick this one and you are it. Let's go. You okay? Are you okay, Mom? She looks surprised and then down at her card again. Do I not look okay? Ma'am, you look distraught. You look like somebody told you lost the game. You look like you stopped taking care of yourself a long time ago. You try to smile warmly at her. I was worried about you. But it's all okay now. Just need to run these tests. Tests, huh? How about afterwards we spend the last week of summer break heading down to Radium? A nice hot spring trip will do us some good. Sure. Can I help you somehow? Just focus on getting better. The pain surging through your brain terminates with a sudden pull of the plug. Your eyes cut to blindness and then you feel your body fall forward to be caught by the ropes fastening you to the chair. You flicker in and out of consciousness as rogue bolts of electricity wiggle your neurons. So descriptive. Mom hums a familiar song. A pain of tender arms bears the fold of your malnourished and sickly form. You are lowered onto a lumpy mattress tucked in routinely and without indulgence. Whoever carried you in here was hesitant to do so. Her acts of mothership seem a little more than a performance. Despite that, you feel a gentle hand lovingly caress the side of your face, and once again, the world goes dark. Fossil. That's the word I was trying to get earlier, man. Oh, my head hurts. This is my room. I barely remember it. Oh, little biscuit room. And beluga whale. Oh, whale. What's he so happy about? Beluga whales always look happy. They don't have a thought going on in that thing. Pisses me off. Sheesh. Wait, I get more thoughts out of this. I wonder what's out there. Trapped. Field studies. She spent a long time working on this one. No one even read it. This book is about evolution. I wonder what we'll evolve into. So we definitely just got outside and age out of that. Not a 2 mile on a horn, but I'm a pretty strong swimmer. Okay, so this was no real accident. So age, swim team, trophy. Zhong Wen, 7. Even after all those years of studying, my Mandarin still sucks. You lowercase it like you were talking about the orange. Knowledge. These fish are trapped in a fake world. Do they need to know better? Do they need to know better? Mom and Dad, I was not talented at all. That's not true. You run trophies in swimming and stuff. Why would you say such things? Roach! 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 Oh, that felt nice. Bug. Get it out of here. It doesn't seem that bad. I think he's faking it. This is my special jar of wishes. Dream has been established. Right now, I wish I could get out of here. Milk, rice, coffee, tomatoes! My old locker. I can't remember the password. Forgotten has been established. Bully? Whoa. What's that noise? I wish I could just shrink down just to see how my dolls live. Pretend has been established. A penguin. I wonder if they're ever jealous of the birds in the sky. Jesus, man, they're not relenting with all this stuff. Save the whales. The thought is beautiful when a whale dies. They host an entire ecosystem. Yeah, you got an ecosystem going on over here in your head, girl. This is what my dad looked like. I remember him. Remember? Past tense. Seems lonely. She needs a friend. Friend has been established. Oh, and plush has been established. Okay, I think I've got just about everything. The bathroom is locked. But what if I need to... Hey, don't even worry about it, homegirl. You got thoughts to organize. Friend and swim team. Age and friend. Retirement home. Friend and retirement home. Pearl. Is this the person we know? Pearl and friend? Nima. Pearl is a friend, I guess. Let's bring Nima back. I want to see Nima's relation to all this stuff. Nima and forgotten. Ghost has been established. Nima and light. Remnant. Yeah, hold on to that. These dark words be crazy, y'all. These dark words be crazy. I still have no idea who this Morella person is, and that's still on my mind. So I wonder if we can apply Morella to any of the stuff that we got just now. Morella and Dream. Morella and Ruin. Morella and Trophy. Morella and Outside. Morella and Ghost. Morella and Pearl. Morella and Swim Team. Morella and Bug. Oh my gosh, who are you? Nima and Outside. Freedom has been established. Freedom and Ruin is Outside. Freedom and Dream. Safety. Nima and Safety. A home. Wow. Nima and Home. Trapped. Okay, so why do you associate the two if this is what home and safety look like? Freedom and Ghost. Freedom and Remnant. That gives me regret. Regret in Nima. Judgment. Judgment in Nima. Self-loathe. Self-loathe in Nima. It's just, it begets more self-loathe. Okay. Self-loathe is just oddly specific for some reason. Self-loathe and friend. Disappointment. See what I mean? I be on to this stuff, bro. Why retirement home? Why this? Age and retirement home. Old! Old and outside. Rot. Old. Outside, old waste. Death has been established. And so has ego and mind. Let's remove plush. Keep light. Remnants and ego. Manipulation. How deep does this go? Okay, let's press on. Let's press on. Let's see what else we can get up out of here after we talk to Mama. Let's knock on the door. Are you awake? Yes. You hear her undo a series of deadbolts, opening the door only a crack for it to be caught by the chain lock and held nearly closed. So I guess I'm not really in the basement anymore. She studies you. She closes the door. You hear her undo the last chain and open the door again. You didn't clean yourself up. The bathroom door was locked. Her cold demeanor thaws for a moment. Shit! She pounds her head with the palm of her hand and she gestures you to go sit at the table while she retreats into your room and unlocks the bathroom.
Quick, lock her in.
You hesitate, weighing the risk of trapping your mother in your prison. She returns quickly and efficiently. Hesitation is never the key. If you know what you want to do, you better do it. Find some absolution. Your bathroom is unlocked. She doesn't take note of you, passing by to ascend the stairs in a staccato of thumps and exits the basement. You fidget in your chair, wondering if you did something to upset her.
She's not buying it.
She returns trundling clumsily down the stairs. She holds the railing to keep herself steady. In her other hand, she carries a large tote bag bulging with concealed items. All right. She calms down a bit and smiles placidly at you. Good morning, Nima. Good morning.
Don't forget to call her mom.
Did you sleep well, Mom? You want what? Y'all, I am bugging. Are y'all bugging? I am tripping right now.
Disgusting. She's wearing the same clothes from yesterday.
She looks disheveled, unclear if she slept at all. Are you feeling any pain? Yesterday our conversation ended rather abruptly. Your vitals are stable and you seem to have made a full recovery. Yes, I'm feeling well. Good. She flips up a notebook and makes note of that response. How was your sleep? Any interruptions or strange dreams?
Lie to her.
No. She lifts the notebook closed and the fake smile turns into a real one. You're going to do better today, right? I thought I did pretty well. Today is going to be a little different from yesterday. With me, I have some items. All you need to do is tell me how they make you feel. Can you do that for me? Yes. Ooh, plushie shark. On the table in front of you, she places the plushie shark. For some reason, it evokes unfamiliar feelings within. Nostalgia, sorrow, and most intriguingly, love? Now, is there anything this reminds you of? Let's play with it. Let's play with it. Let's play with it. Let's play with it. Grief, that should start crying. Predator, which is run. I think that means me physically trying to run away. I don't want to do that yet. The trip. Try and Kongi. How do I get out? And soft and dangerous. Let's hear about this trip. Let's hear about this trip. That's the toy dad got for me at the aquarium. Can we go? Can we get tickets?
Yes, let us out of the bowl.
I don't want to help you if you sound like this. My intrusive thoughts at me. It's not really a good time for that right now. Oh man, promise we'll go sometime, okay? Just like how we used to when Dad was still around. Oh, see, this is why I choose carefully. This is it right here. Memories of your father's embrace fill your mind. He's no longer with you, but the plushie still connects the two of you together. Maybe after we're all done here. Does that sound good? Yeah, okay. Meet. Mom lets out a melancholic chuckle. It's funny, you used to bring this everywhere with you. I remember you never let me take it from you, even to wash it. Your father used to say it was starting to look more like a catfish than a shark. He even considered buying a second one to switch out so he could clean it when you weren't looking. Hey! He never did, don't worry. After he passed, you were even more inseparable. You wanted to hold on to anything that reminded you of him. Oh. You and Mom share a moment of nostalgic silence, reminiscing on the warmth of a face that fades more and more into memory every single day. Mom lovingly plants her hand on your cheek. I'm just glad I didn't lose both of you. Okay, Nima, let's move on to something else. She pulls out a chunk of rock with a strange formation entombed onto its surface. There's a prismatic glow to the rock, an opalized skeleton froze in time and then cracked open like an egg. Mother hesitates, unsure if she should show you this thing. Still, she places it on the table and pushes it towards you. Yeah, let's go take it to the professor's lab down the street and then we'll just, have our kabutops. Life and rock. Fossil. Life and fossil. Obsession? I have chills. Chill. You recall a day in summer that could have been any day. You're alone in the baking heat of your house waiting for your mother to return. The AC broke at some point. Now you hide from the light, drawing the curtains tight and clutching a small whirring fan in your hand. In this darkness and heat, you shuffle around like a ghost, cleaning dishes over and over just for something to do to pass the time. You wet your hands in lukewarm water and then stick them to the back of the freezer. Most of all, you wonder what you did wrong, what you did to deserve this loneliness. Suddenly you hear your doorbell, and you half slide, half run your way up to the door. At the door, instead of your mother, you find Pearl. She smiles at you and offers you a bag filled with sports drinks, cold food, and ice cream. Hello, Nima. I brought some things for you and your mother. You were sad to tell the retirement home you couldn't work there anymore. Your mother needed your help more. Now you and Pearl had your roles switched. She started looking after you instead of the other way around. It was strange considering that she was nowhere near your age, but you wondered if this is what having a friend felt like. Pearl's an old lady. Pearl's an old lady who oversees me whenever I guess Mom isn't around. This is such a cool mechanic. I am not gonna hold you. This right here is just, it's so cool. Thanks, Pearl. You greedily took the bag from her and extracted a package of cold peas. You balanced them to the top of your head to relieve the baking sensation on your brain. You want to come in and play a board game? We have chess, checkers, and mahjong. Oh, I always have time to beat you at mahjong. Is your mother home? She's at work right now. You're not with her? I thought you were her lab assistant. I am. She comes back in once a while, and I give her a new lunchbox and a change of fresh clothes. True to her word, she won at mahjong, and won again as you tried to regain your honor. That's all? You just hand off supplies and she leaves? I thought she was taking you up the mountain. Yeah, but that was before. The image of the shell fossil still lingered in your mind. That day you found it, you were so happy that you couldn't get yourself to stop smiling. And when you looked down, you swore you could see the fossil smiling back. You stopped yourself. She already took me. Nothing interesting happened. Just saw a bunch of rocks. Oh, really? Nothing interesting at all. You shake your head vigorously. You can't risk upsetting your mother any more than you already have. Fine, fine. But if you ever feel like gossiping, old Pearl's always here to listen. You return to silently playing board games. You remember that she got up in the middle of the game and went over and kicked your AC. You were horrified, but that somehow fixed it. It came sputtering back to life. You were able to turn the lights back on. More than that, you were able to run the oven without the heat spilling out to bake the whole room. You made cookies together, swapped stories, and planned a trip to Vancouver you both knew you'd never be allowed to take. For a moment, she freed you from the heat and the isolation. If only she were here to save you now. What does this remind you of? Oh my gosh! How long has it been? Your one true love. That's not true? I found it at the bottom of the river and I brought it back to you. Then you spent the entire summer obsessed with it. I came down here every day to bring you food and you'd shoo me away. I don't think you've spoken to me in months. This work I'm doing is to fix our family. You may have to suffer now, but in the end, everything will be perfect again, just like it was before. Why do I have to do everything on my own? I never wanted to move here. It was always something to make you happy. You have it good. My mother was overbearing. She controlled every aspect of my life. I was in university to study chemical engineering, but I dropped out in favor of paleontology. It was the first real decision I'd ever made. When you were born, I promised myself you wouldn't have to go through that. So, I decided your freedom would be absolute. If my freedom is absolute, then why am I trapped in the basement? Just because I want you to have freedom doesn't mean you're free from consequences. You made a bad decision and now you have to suffer for it. Don't push her on this, just change the topic. Why? Why? Push her! Push! I made a bad decision? I thought if I got another fossil, then maybe you'd look at me. The only reason I went back into the river was because I was trying to help you. Oh no! You're telling me that it's my fault you got hurt? I guess so. That's not why you were in the river. What is going on? What does it matter? As if she'd know you were lying. She does know that you're lying. She always knows. I don't think we should continue talking about this. I want to focus on happy memories today. You are my good and happy daughter, Nima. She speaks as if she's reminding herself who you are, but the tone is clearly suggesting that you've begun to wander off the script she set out for you. I died because you're a bad mom. Don't get all righteous with me as if it's my fault that we ended up like this. You're the one who betrayed my trust. You're the one who put this entire experiment in jeopardy. I was ready to forgive you, for us to go back to the way things were, but it seems you were too spiteful to move on. You're not Nima. Nima would never act like this. Nima would never question me like this. That's it. It's time for bed. Your mother grits her teeth to hold herself back from speaking further. Gruffly, she picks you up by your arms and hauls you back to your room. She deposits you across the threshold and then quickly closes the door behind you. She just yeeted me like Jazz from Fresh Prince. You hear her voice muttering something about controlled stimulus as she stomps away from the door and begins ascending the stairs out of the basement. You messed up. Pushed her buttons too much. She doesn't love you anymore. You banish the errant thought from your mind. After the interrogation today, you want nothing else but the comfort of the bed. I pushed her too hard. She sussed me. She sussed me. You find yourself awake in bed. There are heavy weights on your arms. You try to wiggle and your arms push against a series of tight ropes that bind you still. I told you, she doesn't like failure. Your mother enters the room, wiping a small steel pick with an antiseptic tissue. Oh no. She about to lobotomize me. You're awake? I didn't use enough anesthesia. You try to scream, but you discover your mouth is gagged. That's fine, you won't need it. She leans over to you, placing her knee on her stomach to pin you and gripping your face with a clawed hand. The pick inches closer to your eye. Don't blame yourself. It's my fault, really. Something must have went wrong with the procedure for you to come out like this. She begins to caress your cheek. Her hands are trembling ever so slightly. But that's okay. Oh my gosh! There's always next time. You feel the blade scrape past your socket and push out into the nerves of your brain. Your life terminates with a pop as she severs your brain in half. Suddenly, it's dark. Dark, cold, endless, and utterly serene. You spend an eternity in this darkness until a familiar voice. Nima? Is that you? Oh my gosh, no! Run it back! No. I must. No. No! Oh my gosh, release this game! Release this game. I must uncover the truth. I messed up so bad. I messed up. What do I do? Oh no, this is probably one of my favorite little visual novel things that I've ever played. This one so far, and it's just a demo. What is it about y'all with demos? Why are the demos so great, but then the games I've been playing sometimes be mid as hell? What is that? Go ahead and drop this game, okay? I promise to play this in full once I actually have the game out. It doesn't matter how long it will be, but for right now, I'm capped. I'm spent. I'm cooked. Whole Games, thank you for an amazing experience. I actually had a lot of fun doing this. This poor little child is gonna be on my mind for a while.